Yeah, I think a lot of people know about winter storm watches and warnings, or at least are familiar with those a little more so. And then winter weather advisories. Those are kind of the two or three main ones, but we have something else called a snow squall warning that a lot of people probably haven't talked about or haven't heard about for that matter. And I know we issued one, or the National Weather Service in Des Moines issued one earlier this year. Can you kind of tell us what criteria goes into that and what that might entail in terms of conditions if we were issued one of those?
So whenever we're talking about a snow squall, that's one of our rarest warnings that we issue. They don't happen very frequently. So it's kind of funny that, that happened in Des Moines during this year, 2020. It just kind of makes sense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we're talking about criteria for a snow squall, we're talking about visibility reduction up to around 1/4 of a mile. So it's that lack of being able to see anything. Usually these events are very short-lived and they're mainly involved with snowfall. And so there is no specific snow amount required with a snow squall. It's just based on that visibility reduction.
Speaking of, I guess, this interview, typically I'd grab a photographer and we'd haul it over to Kansas City and go visit you in person. But with the pandemic this year, of course, it's changing everything that we know around us, including how we do some of these interviews. Has COVID impacted your guys' ability to issue watches, warnings, or go about your kind of daily basis at the National Weather Service?
That's one thing I can guarantee it has not. And this is where I get to brag about my office a little bit and also the surrounding offices, where we're each all very conscious of, the impacts COVID can have on our office operations. We stay masked up, we stay way apart from each other, we stay safe and healthy. So there's always someone there at the office 24/7. And so we're lucky to say that we're still operating, we're still going to be operating despite all this COVID stuff happening. It's nice to have coworkers and managers that support our operations and are there for us for the mental health with everything as well.